Smells like leather. That's awesome.
And mothballs.
No, never.
They're found in the back of a warehouse somewhere.
Well,
there has to be mothballs.
It would smell like mold, not mothballs. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these guys right here. Are they bad boys? Not my pair. But this is the Air Jordan 1. On sneakers, they're calling them Chicago's, even though they've been using the promotion and everything to say lost and found. So what is their name? But anyways, this shoe is one of my favorite shoes of all time. Like the Air Jordan 1 is just awesome. The Chicago colorway is my favorite colorway of the shoe. I think that these are really, really cool, kind of like overall. I think that the overall presentation and packaging is pretty much fantastic. Like this is like bar none some of the best storytelling that they've done, even though I don't completely agree with the story that they are telling. But you know, you got a mismatched lid here because these are supposed to be shoes that they just found in the back room, which still happens to this day. There's so much shoes, especially. It happens probably more today than it does back in the day. But anyways, you go into the back room and you're just like, oh, I found a random pair of whatever this is. Yoink. So that's what the whole concept of the shoe is. I do think that it's awesome because I've been in stores like this. Like where like there's like the main store and then you go to the back and there's other stuff and it's like a time capsule. It's amazing. But inside the box they come double wrapped. You've got two types of paper. One's the regular plain paper. The other one is really, really cool. It's got a ton of original ads from the 80s for the Air Jordan 1. It's really dope though to see like how cheap they got. You know what I mean? Like this was not an easy sell back in the 80s. Shoes didn't look like this. This was one of the first ones to truly bring like crazy colors outside of the dunks and things like that, to be true to your school stuff. So it was one of the first ones to really like be wild like that. On top of that, it was a signature shoe. The guy hadn't even played a game in the NBA. Wow. They signed him to a signature deal, gave him a signature shoe before he even played in the league. Everybody was like, why am I gonna buy this guy's shoe? So it wasn't an easy sell. They had to really play up on these mom and pop shops and really sell the shoes to them, which is the part of the story that I dislike. Turn the phones off, lady.
I know, I'm sorry. I was gonna chime in with something, but I wanted to verify
Was
first.
it a in-life meme?
No. It's about how you're saying how hard to sell this shoe is, and I follow a lot of mommy bloggers, and this one, her daughter just had her, I don't know if it's a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah. Anyways, she posted pictures from the party and every single kid in these photos was...
What year was this?
Like last weekend.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought it was, you're gonna be like, it was from the 80s.
No, but every kid in this, at this party is wearing Jordan 1s to match whatever fancy outfit. And I'm like, there wasn't a single Van, not a single Converse. They were just all Jordan 1s.
Yeah, that's because of our generation. We made this beast.
Sorry.
Something that I find very interesting though, again, like I was saying, the story of the whole thing is like they come with this fake receipt and stuff, the Sandy Bros. It's not a real shop, but it's really cool. There's tons of Easter eggs in this thing, by the way. So if you can list them all, do it. I'm only gonna give you one. That guy right there is wearing a pair of airships. That's sick.
I do like that.
The receipt?
It reminds me of like growing up and...
Oh dude, like
yeah.
the way that you used to like do a credit card with the... Like I said, the packaging, presentation, everything, amazing. They'd never done it better than this. It just sucks that the story that they're telling, talking about mom and pop shops and stuff, like this is the same brand that has killed many mom and pop shops because they're trying to go direct to consumer. Whereas back in the 80s, they had to really sell this product to a mom and pop shop and be like, no, trust me, this is gonna sell. Like this is gonna be a hot item. This is gonna be this is our best thing, whatever. I was just in one of those meetings. I've never been in a buyer meeting before where a brand is pitching to retailers like why you wanna carry their product. It was one of the most fascinating things I've ever been in. You know what I mean? I had no like say in anything because it wasn't my deal or whatever, but like I was just kind of like a fly on the wall. I was in the back of the room. It was super interesting. And that's what Nike had to do back then. They had to be like, no, trust us. You're going to want to carry this product. People are going to want it from this guy. And so without these mom and pop shops taking a chance on this brand and on this model right here, Nike wouldn't be where it is today. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it is a fact. And then they've pulled their accounts from multiple mom and pop shops, some of them the originals that they used to sell to. It's up that this is like what they're celebrating when they've literally killed families' businesses.
Once upon a time, Nike was like Scrub Daddy. Is that what this sponge is called? On Shark Tank.
Oh yes. That's exactly what it's like. Like it was such an interesting thing to be part of, like in that buyer meeting. I'm not going to say what brand it is. It was a smaller brand because that's not how Nike operates now. I've been part of those meetings as well. Again, fly in the room, like just in the back. And Nike and Jordan tell you what you're going to get. They don't even let you pick it half the damn time. It's wild. And then they give you all the other crap that doesn't sell just to carry this one. They're like, oh, if you want to carry this, you've got to buy all of these from us. And it's just the way that the power structure has worked is completely flipped on itself. That's the part that I don't really like. This is the part that I don't hear anybody talking about, which is unfortunate, but I mean, most people are new. Let's be real.
And these shoes are amazing.
Oh, the shoes themselves are f***ing gorgeous. Like, look at this. This left pair is so good. This right one is leaning so hard. Like, this toe box is so crooked. Can you see it?
It's perfect. It's literally been like giving me some kind of Elvis look.
Bro, I get these in because there's two problems here. There's a manufacturing issue, right? So that's a Jordan brand problem. But then there's also this whole like GOAT verified checklist. Quality control is a whole section. Like, you're telling me that this passed? Really? And I'm not a fan of resellers, but I'm gonna be on your side for this time because I know damn well if you had this shoe and you're trying to sell it on that platform, they're gonna take it in and they're gonna reject it from you. They're not gonna let you sell it because it looked like shit. And if you do, they're gonna be like, no, you gotta note that there are defects. But if it's GOAT selling it directly to you, because I bought the instant ship pair pre-verified, which means that it's part of their stock, they don't give a f. Their rules don't apply to them. I think that's f***ed up.
There was somebody who commented on, I think, yesterday's video, the Jordan 2s, and he was saying that he tried to sell something on GOAT. I can't remember what Jordan it was, but because it looked like there was heavy creasing in the toe.
That's not even a defect.
I know.
That's just leather.
But he was adamant that he had never worn them.
Oh no, that's the thing though. I've seen that. StockX does it too. These companies are shady as So yeah, there's all kinds of problems in the world. Obviously, these are first world problems. Like, there's much worse things going on all across the globe right now, but we're here to talk about shoes, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Now, as far as the shoe itself is concerned, everybody knows by now what this is. This is an Air Jordan 1. It's part of the new batch or the new shape. We saw this previously with those Gorge Greens. It's supposed to be kind of in that same line and everything, so we've got slightly different outsole. This one is vintaged, which I think is funny because when they tried this the first time, man, it was almost a decade ago, and it was with the first retro release of the AJKOs, the canvas ones. People fucking hated it. And now everybody's like, yeah, it's pre-vintage. This is awesome. I'm like, wow, this is so weird. The sole is slightly yellowed. It's not too bad. So this I can deal with, you know what I mean? When it's like weirdly piss yellow, like the Vibe Remake Lab shoe, which bar none is still one of the best Jordans I've ever like just seen. And a guy like crafts the shoe by hand with love and care, but the midsoles is gross. I don't like that. I don't mind when they do that on their own. I just don't want to buy it like that. And then the materials themselves, like I was saying earlier, man, these smell like leather. They don't smell like glue. It smells like quality. So there's not a lot of bad things here. It's just, this is one of those, be careful, pick your pairs. You know what I mean? Like, if you're able to look at them in store, just do it. Obviously I got these online. I can't do that. Like, you get what you get. Now the tech specs are just as you guys know. They feature the greatest traction of all time. Inside the rubber cupsole is a polyurethane wedge. Inside of the polyurethane wedge is a heel air unit. One thing that I was a little disappointed by, besides the right shoe, is that the insole is the black polyurethane. I thought it was gonna be a white one because it's like an OG, you know what I mean? But I guess they're gonna save that for the 85 cut version whenever they release that next.
Awesome, wow.
A lot of people don't like the crack leather. I am one of those people. The white portions don't bother me as much because I can't really see it. Like, it's very, very fine. This one is a little bit more distressed than the other one. This is gonna be one of those things where it's just kind of, I don't wanna call it inconsistent just because they're cracks. Like, they are inconsistent by nature, you know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna be able to do that like perfectly every time. I don't really like the back part though. That just looks weird. It looks dirty or unfinished. It's supposed to be a nod to when you do find them in the back. They're not perfect.
I thought the originals was like a painted sponge.
Some of them are, some of them are not. There's so many different factories that they manufactured the original original Air Jordan 1 in, that like they're all a little different. So if you see or hear or talk to an OG, like somebody that was like a teen to an adult back then, they'll straight up specify what factory do you have, and like you'll have to like know what it is, and they are marked in there and all that stuff. They still are now, they're on the size labels. But yeah, it's just one of those weird things where they were all made a little bit differently. That's why when they did the whole 85 cut, I was like, these kind of look more like a 94 and not like an 85. Like it looks like more like a mix, you know what I mean? Like almost like a hybrid. So yeah, that's why I think the Vibe Remake Lab shoe is so interesting, because that guy was meticulous about making sure that every panel, the shape, the back structure, everything, like all of it was on point. Something that I love though is just when you pull them out of the box, this is what they look like. And I found some original pictures from, I'm gonna try to source the right person, because online everybody steals pictures, so I don't know exactly where everything originates from. I did my best to try to like source it, it'll be on there. But this is how they looked. You pulled them out of the box, they came with 2 sets of laces. They were pre-placed in there and stuff, and I think it's really, really dope. But anyways, these guys have the slightly bigger swoosh. They also have the 85 style wings logo on there, so if you were to match this up with a regular Air Jordan 1 High OG and the 85 version, the High OG has the pressed, what the f is that called? Embossed, debossed, I don't remember. I'm sorry, you guys teach me every time and somehow it just keeps going right through. But anyways, this one's more like the 85 cut, where it kind of comes off the shoe and everything like that, which I think is dope. The tongue is awesome, it's nylon, it's got the yellow, like it looks yellow, but it's actually just the padding underneath. So I think that that's really, really cool. The overall shape, it's not perfect. It's not quite like an 85, but it's better than they have been. So I like this a lot. You can tell that they're fine tuning things as they go along, which I appreciate. I just don't appreciate that one. Like that one's just, a lot of people are like, oh, the soles are uneven, but when you put your weight on it, it flattens out. That's true. I have tons of ones. A lot of them are like this. And when I wear them, they do flatten out, but the toe is also crooked, and it makes me feel like it's forcing my foot to have a bunion, and that doesn't feel good. It's not comfortable. It's not what I paid for. This thing looked like the Simpsons character's eyes, where one's like straight and the other one's that way.
Ah, don't look at me! But you're everywhere!
It's not cool. Overall though, I think that the concept, the packaging, obviously the color, the shoe itself, just legendary. Like there's nothing else to say other than there's a craftsmanship or quality flaw there. I hope that a lot of pairs are not like this. These are gonna be like super mass produced, so check your pairs, man. Like there's gonna be more like this than not. It just is what it is. Now, as far as their size is concerned, they do fit true to size. Whatever you typically wear in your Air Jordan 1s, that's exactly what I would recommend here. I, again, think that these are great. At least this left one. This right one needs some work though, man. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. We greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, we'll catch you on the next one. So until next time, have a good one.